There we go. Wow, that feels like a good fish, Dano.
Ooh.
Nice. I'm gonna spot lock us. There's so many fish here. Doubled up. Whoa, we got two big fish on.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
What to do? How do you like this? Dan and I are on an adventure for fall consolidation of all kinds of different critters. We're on a river that has just about every conceivable type of fish you can imagine in it. And neither of us know what the heck we've got on. Oh, Dan's came off. But a very, very cool critter nonetheless. How do you like that, Dano?
Well done, Jer.
These smallmouth and black buffalo are the ones that they value the most for food, and you can kind of tell the difference. Now, I'm no buffalo expert, but the big mouths will have a terminal mouth, meaning the mouth comes out the end. And then these other ones like this have that more sucker mouth. They're actually a sucker. And these are a native fish to this part of the world. A lot of people bow harvest them, but these can be quite old, and they can be, they're a great fish. They're native, they should be here, and they're beautiful and sporty. I'm gonna get this guy back. There we go. Wow, that fish bit it. I was suspended that time. I was like a foot off the bottom. I was just jigging it vertically.
Really?
And the fish, boom, just came up and put slack in the
I
line.
wonder if it's a nice walleye.
It's not a huge fish, whatever it is. I got this, it's like right under the trolling motor. No, it's another buffalo. The thing hit it suspended. Now this is the big mouth that we're talking about right here. Cool. They're just a little tricky to hand land. The net is handy for them. This fish actually bit, it was like 2 feet off the bottom, and he cracked it. Woohoo! I'm digging it.
Nicely done, Jer.
Digging it. And he's off, and I'll show you. Now these things, this is so cool, but these critters can actually get to be, I believe the Wisconsin state record is actually 76 pounds, and it was only caught like in the last 5 or 6 years. So imagine catching fish like this that could be 70 pounds. Isn't that crazy? Look at that mouth. So see the difference between that first one we caught and this one? A little different mouth shape. Beautiful. Super fun, man. These are really hard fish to catch, generally speaking, but they're eating hard baits. Buffalo on hard baits. I can't believe it. I'm gonna get it back and we're gonna get another one. Whoa. Of course, fishing lures are just simply tools to get the job done. Now, fishing in this deep water like we're fishing in, we're fishing, 20 to 30 feet, generally speaking, and the jigging Rap is just one of those reaction baits, and everything bites it. I'm talking white bass, obviously buffalo bite it, catfish bite it, walleyes of course love it. I've caught muskies on them, caught everything I can consider on this. However, not one lure works in all situations. The jigging Rap happens to be our favorite, but a lot of times guys coming through with a jig and a minnow, you can kill tons of fish. A jig and a plastic is another great option, but generally speaking, in these deeper situations, a heavier bait that can get to the bottom quickly when the fish are schooled up like this is totally the ticket. And for Dan and I, it's the jigging Rap. It's a bait I never, ever, ever go fishing without, because it always catches fish and it catches everything.
Yeah, the reactionary element of the jigging Rap is vital, especially when you have acres of bait, just stacked shad, just acres of it. You need something different. They can open their mouth and shad swim in more or less, but a reaction bite, it triggers the fish. They react. It's like a natural instinct to just eat it and engulf it, and that's exactly what a jigging Rap does, and that's what's been working today. And in a lot of these situations, when you have a lot of food, a lot of natural food, it's tough to compete with. But a jigging Rap is absolutely one of the best tools to do that and catch a lot of fish.
I mean, you look at like when it gets to be really tough conditions, say, it's middle of July, hot, calm, sunny. A lot of guys are dragging around for walleye, say a jig or a Lindy rig and a leech type of a deal. A lot of times when those fish are really negative or not willing to commit to baits, something that moves fast or shoots right in front of their face can get that reaction bite. And that's what Dan's talking about. These fish here aren't necessarily hungry. There's so much food, but this bait just comes crashing in front of them and they just pin it to the bottom, and it's just nuts how good it is. I think if we fish through here with live bait, a jig and a minnow, a jig and a crawler, something like that, I bet we'd probably be catching 1/10 of the fish, because I know there's guys next to us that are fishing with live bait and we're catching probably more fish.
The story of the jigging Rap is super interesting in the sense that it started out as an ice fishing lure and was that for many years. you know, 50 years ago. It's been a staple in the ice fishing belts all across the world. And it was Al figuring out how to use them in open water for walleyes that has transpired into the most unbelievable thing as a year-round lure. So not, I just
had one?
But it
Yeah.
it is just so cool. It's one of our best-selling lures because it works for so many species in so many situations in open water and hard water. And even in the last couple of weeks, almost every walleye tournament I've checked out, it's been won with a jigging Rap, and it's absolutely remarkable. The effectiveness and the versatility of it for walleyes, but as we've seen here today, a multitude of species. I mean, it is absolutely much more than a walleye lure, but it's cool. It's coming from an ice fishing lure that's been around for 50 years. To see where it is today is pretty cool. Rapala is pretty proud of this lure. You know, there's just so many different species you can go fish for, and fish that are aggressive and they get this big, pull that hard, boy, sign me up. Whew, there he goes.